Welcome to the channel, adrianmateogunz. As you guys can read on the thumbnail, we're actually going to be live. We're going to talk a little bit about gun accessories, um, gun upgrades, and also different type of ammo and ammo grains. Um, as you guys know, that I'm a big 22 long rifle fanboy. I got again, as I've said on a lot of my videos, I got a ton of different ammo, all the way from 36 grain to 40, and even much more than that. Um, when it comes, I want to talk a little bit about this specific gun, which is going to be the Glock 44 22 long rifle. And for that one, when I actually did my first impression on my first shots of that on that gun, I pretty much used the Remington Thunderbolt 40 grain lead ammo. And honestly, I've actually shot these type of rounds through just about every 22 that I currently own, from my Smith & Wesson 22 Compact to my now the Glock 44 22 to my Smith & Wesson AR-10 22 Sports, also my Ruger 1022 Sports, and it's been awesome. Never had an issue, never had a problem, except again when I was doing the break-in for my Glock 44. This is the rounds that I actually use, and I've noticed that for this specific round, um, some of the rounds actually are pretty weak to the point that it's just not strong enough to work the slide back and load another round into the chamber. It did not happen every time. You guys can actually go on my channel, check it out and take a look at it. Then you tell me what you think. For the most part, it ran flawlessly. And again, I never blame the gun because I believe the gun actually did exactly what it's supposed to do. It ran perfectly, no jams, no nothing. Let me go ahead and say hi to a couple of people in the chat. What's going on, Midas Drone World? How you doing, brother? Compact, EDC, and Gadgets. Thank you for popping in. Que lo que mi hermano. Appreciate the love and support. Please go ahead and slam down, click the thumbs up for me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Again, like I was saying, it happened several times with this type of ammunition, but it only happened on the Glock 44 22 long rifle. It never happened on the other long rifle, 22 long rifle guns that I own. I don't know if maybe the Glock 44 just a little bit of a diva when it comes to running these type of rounds, which I don't think it is. I just know that again, when I was running these through it, some of the round just felt pretty weak, just pretty weak. But for the most part, again, it ran flawlessly. You guys can actually go ahead and check out that video. Now, the round that actually I ran through it and it ran flawlessly, and it has never given me any issues, are the Aguilas. The Aguilas. These rounds, man, they're strong as hell. They're never given me any kind of issues, none whatsoever. And these are the specific runs that I run. The 22 Super Extra High Velocity 40 grain copper plated bullets. These rounds right here run amazing. They run great. I got several ammos. You guys can actually look at the camera that I want to actually talk about a little bit. That's for 22s. I also went ahead and bought me a pack of herders. Never heard of it, but I actually got it. Probably a lot of you guys know about it. I bought these right here. Now, these are the 36 grain plated hollow point. I've never run these through any of my guns yet, so I'm actually pretty excited about trying to run some of these and see how they can actually cycle through any of my 22 long rifle guns. I have also shot the Remington Golden Bullets. Those ran perfectly. I actually got my camera on top of the bucket. Let me go ahead and actually get it, and I'll show you. Are these right here, the Remington Golden Bullets. These have never given me any issues whatsoever, and they are the 36 grain plated hollow point. These are freaking amazing. They're great. Let me go ahead and put the camera back on that bucket. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for 22. I did pick up these Supernova, these ones right here, and these right here. Now, these are actually the tracer ammunition. And I know that a lot of you guys know about tracer ammunition, where when you shoot it, you pretty much would know where the round is going. I mean, that sucker will light up and just keep it moving at extremely high velocity, y'all. I've never shot these at night. I actually tried doing a short with some of these, and they actually run pretty good. But I only run, I believe, like only 5 rounds through it. That's pretty much it. Only the red ones right here, not these. I'm gonna have to try them a little bit more and see how they actually function through some of my some of my 22 long rifles. I've never put these Aguila, the super extra standard velocity 40 grain lead bullet through my Glock 44 yet. I have shot these through my Smith & Wesson 22 compact, and it run flawlessly. That I have. Let's see what else I have here. I got some Federal 22 long rifle as well. I got these, and I got the bulk pack. These are the 31 grain small game hyper velocity copper plated hollow point. I've never shot these either through any of my 22 long rifle as well. And if I said I did, that's my apology. I misspoke. Now let me go ahead and jump into another ammunition, another caliber that actually happens to be one of my favorite. Now I'm a big fan of, again, the 22s. I love 22 to do target practice. You know what I mean? I do a lot of plinking, but I do like to carry my 380s. Now a lot of guys have a lot of issues, maybe men and women have issues with the 380, saying, well, a 380 may not have that much stopping power in case you got to use it for self-defense. Well, I believe that it does. I do carry my 9mm as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big 9mm, fan. I do love them. I never said I don't. I carry them as well. But it so happened that I'm a big fan of 380 as well. Now, I do have a little bit of a beef when it comes to the 380 and the 9mm, because the 9mm rounds are actually cheaper than the 380, which I think it's stupid, because the 380 happens to be a smaller round, so you would think it will actually be cheaper, but it's not. Why? I don't know. I don't make the rounds. It is what it is. Now, I did acquire. I got the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 380 ACP, and there's a lot of videos out there of people owning that gun, and that gun happens to be a real pain in the ass when it wants to. The recoil, it's snappy. It really is. You have to break it in, because that gun is pretty stiff. Like, everything is really stiff and real nice and snug. I don't have an issue with it, except I thought at the beginning that that gun was actually maybe broken or defective. But after watching so many videos on YouTube, came to find out that the gun actually works pretty good after you break it in. Now, when it comes to the magazines, you also have to break those in as well, especially the 12 round magazine. Man, them things will eat your thumbs and your fingers up. I would recommend that you actually get a Lula speed loader and just, you know what I mean, just start working it in there. Um, I was informed by a YouTuber that the best round for you to use to break that Smith& Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 through 80 ACP are the PMC bronze 90 grain full metal jacket. Now you don't have to just use these. I happen to have these before I actually got the gun, so it worked out pretty good. I love these rounds. They never disappointed me. Um, After running, I think I have about a good 250, 300 rounds through the gun already. The gun is running smooth. It's nice. I like the way it feels. I mean, the texture, it's tiny, the small gun. And to be so little, holding 10 rounds plus one or 12 plus one, that's great. That's amazing. I mean, you can't really ask for more. Hey, brother, Dre, Recovery on Drone. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you, man. Um, Happens to be great. Now, I did have an issue with that gun and running a specific type of jacketed hollow point, which are the Fiocchi Defense Dynamic 90 grain jacketed hollow point. Now, these will not function through the Smith& Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 380 ACP for me at all. Anytime I shoot one, it goes bang. It will not load the other one. It will literally just jam. It's like it will not go through the feed ramp on the barrel. It just will not feed properly. So I was pissed. I actually did a video. It's on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. I was pretty upset. But every other 380 that I put through it, it actually ran flawlessly. Matter of fact, I ran some, again, the PMC Bronze 90 grain full metal jacket. I ran the Winchester 95 grain full metal jacket through it, no problem, flawlessly. I also went ahead and ran some Remington UMC 95 grain full metal jacket. It runs through that gun perfectly, no issues whatsoever. But I did wanted some jacketed hollow point self-defense round for that Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. So I started looking around. People started telling me, hey, buy this one, buy that one. So I went to my local Bass Pro shop in Gainesville. I went around, looking around, and I actually found some Winchester silver tip 380 85 grain defense jacketed hollow point. Now these rounds run through that Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 flawlessly. That's what it looked like right here. I mean, it ran through it flawlessly. No issues whatsoever. No jam, no nothing. I mean, that thing just run buttery smooth. So, except these are expensive. These right here, I believe they weigh either 32 or 36.99 for only 20 rounds. So, these are definitely not the round that I'm actually going to be using to do any target practice. Hell no, they're just too expensive. I did also went ahead and went again to Bass Pro, my local gun shop, and bought me some Hornady American Gunner 90 grain hollow point rounds. These are another type of round that will run through my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 380 ACP, no problem, no jam, no nothing. I mean, flawlessly, no issues whatsoever. Um, I also went ahead and got a couple of more jacketed hollow point for my 380 that I have not put through my gun as of yet. So you guys already know about the Winchester Silver Tip, the Hornady, the Remington, and the Winchester. But I also went ahead and got some Score 380 ACP, and these are 95 grain full metal jacket. I've never used these before. I've heard about it, I've seen videos of it, but I've never owned any of them until now. I also went ahead and got me some herders, I believe that's what you call it, 95 grain full metal jacket as well, 380 ACP. I cannot wait to put these through any of my 380 handguns. I also got some Laser CCI 95 grain full metal jacket as well. Uh, I'm just pretty excited about giving those rounds a try and see what I can actually come up to if they're going to cycle properly. I'm pretty sure that every jacket at Jalapeno would probably just function properly, no problem. Hey, what's going on? The time to fly. Thank you for popping in, man. I really appreciate you. Um, no, it's not sponsored by anybody, but thank you for letting me know, man. But I do have one of my best friends. His name is Draymond Crawford out of California. And his channel name is actually Recovery One Drone on YouTube. If you guys love drones, anything about drones, I would appreciate that you go ahead and subscribe to him, watch his videos. He does this for a living as well. I'm actually rocking his hat that he actually went ahead and sent to me, and the sweater as well. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So go ahead, check him out. Thank you for reminding me. I know you busted my balls, but still, it just slipped my mind. Um, Going back to the bullets now. I do have a couple of bullets that I want to talk to you guys about as well. That will be for 9 millimeter that I've never shot before. So, starting with, let me see if I can find them. These right here. These are the Winchester USA Forge 9 mil Lugger 115 grain brass jacketed lead core right here. Now these rounds are actually steel casing right here. I've never run these rounds through any of my guns, so I do not know how they're actually gonna function, if they're gonna, cycle just fine, if they're gonna jam or anything of that nature. Guys, I appreciate if you go ahead and click the thumbs up for the stream. I really appreciate that. I've never run any of them. I also have another one that I actually picked up. They are the Norma Rage and Training ammunition, 115 grain, jacketed hollow point. I'm sorry, full metal jacket. I apologize, full metal jacket. I've never run these either. I'm actually excited about running these. Again, these are 9 mil. I got a lot of these. The Chris Kyle American Sniper 124 grain 9 mil full metal jacket. These rounds run perfectly through any of my 9 millimeter rounds, never giving me any issues whatsoever. I mean, them things just keep going and going. I got some Ammo Incorporated signature target 115 grain. Let me see right here. Now it does not say full metal jacket, but it does say 9 mil TMC, whatever that means. If anybody know what that means, please do me a favor and drop that in the comments and let me know right here in the chat. Now I'm gonna pull one out, actually see what it looked like. They actually Full Metal Jacket. So I don't know what that TMC stand for. And I've never opened these before. Actually, I just did it just now. I don't know what that means. Anyway, for another 9 mil, I do have some Blazer CCI 115 grain Full Metal Jacket as well. I've never run these through any of my 9 mil either. So I'm pretty excited about doing that. And I've never ran any of the Fiocchi dynamic, range dynamics Full Metal Jacket either. 124. Actually, I'm sorry. I think I did run a couple of these through one of my guns. I just don't remember which one. And they run pretty good. They actually run pretty nice. Never given me any hiccups or anything of that nature. Hey, Mighty Drone World, how you doing, man? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you. Smash that thumbs up for me. I really appreciate that. Now, this one round that I've never shot, nor have I actually owned before. I'm talking about the grain, not the bullet. Now, there are the Fiocchi Range Dynamic 9 mil 147 grain Full Metal Jacket. I'm actually paying attention to the grain on a lot of these bullets. And these are the 124 grain box. This is the 147 grain box. And the size is a lot different. I also got some cellular and Berlot rounds, or cellular and bellet, whatever you want to call it, 115 grain Full Metal Jacket 9 mil. And look at the box, even a little smaller than the 124. So I got to thinking, like, damn, if they're all supposed to be the same size, because they're all 9 millimeter, these rounds, they're actually a lot smaller than the other ones. I found that to be very interesting. I've never really paid attention to that until recently. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, I've never shot the 147 grain rounds yet. So I'm actually just, I got anxiety to just see how they feel, because I guess the bigger the grain, the more snappier the gun is going to be, the more recoil you're actually going to feel. But I'm actually pretty excited about these right here. I got to go and take a look and shoot them, eventually. The cellular and below and cellular and bellet rounds actually run flawlessly through just about any of my guns. I love them. Now, there's one type of bullet that I've had some people tell me not to use, and I'm still wondering why not. I've had people tell me not to use the Wolf Performance Ammunition 9 millimeter Luger 115 grain steel casing rounds. These rounds say that they are made in Russia. Now, I did not know why people are telling me not to use them, because I think they actually run, well, I'm not even going to say I think, they actually run pretty good through just about every 9 millimeter gun that I have, including my Keltec, 9 millimeter Glock. Never gave me any problems. It run flawlessly, just again through every single gun. Let me go ahead and say hi to Compact EDC and Gadgets. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. What's going on, brother RP Tactical? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate that. Make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up for me. I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you for popping in. That's right, RP Tactical. You're here, buddy. Hey, brother Tactical, if you want to go ahead and pop into the panel or Compact EDC and Gadgets, I could actually drop the link on the chat, and you could go ahead and pop on in and talk to me a little bit. I really appreciate that if you do. Matty John Wolf says that FMJ is FMJ in my opinion. Hollow point is where my gun starts to get picky. Yeah, a lot of the guns happens to actually be a little picky when it comes to the jacketed hollow point or any hollow point, brother Matty John World. You're absolutely right about that, man. I really do not know why, but it does happen. Let me see right here. Another type of round that I have that I've never used through any of my guns are the, let me see here, the Aguila 9 millimeter jacketed hollow point, and these are 124 grain. I've never used these right here through any of my guns, so I'm actually pretty excited about taking that for a test drive and see how they actually gonna go ahead and perform. You see, our pre-tactical said that I would love to, but I'm at work just grabbing something to eat. All right, appreciate it, sir. Thank you, man. Maybe next time you'll be able to go and pop on in. I really appreciate you popping in. Thank you for clicking the thumbs up. Another round that I have for a bigger gun for my 1911 45 caliber that I actually love to use these are the bronze PMC 95 grain. I'm sorry, PMC bronze 230 grain full metal jacket. I love these rounds. I mean, they've never given me any issues whatsoever. Now, I do not have any of my 40 caliber boxes because I actually got a big old bucket and I dumped every single one of them in there and I never kept the box. So I cannot show you what type of round I actually use for the my 40 caliber, which I do have the Keltec 40 Smith and Wesson. That thing, that carbine, man, is amazing. That thing is accurate right out of the box. Never given me any type of issues whatsoever. But the bullets that actually are in there are the, I believe they're 180 grain or 185 grain full metal jacket, CCI full metal jacket. Adrian, you going to the south for the meetup? I believe I am, Maddie Drumword. I believe I will be there with you guys. I think I'm going to be there. So count me in. Right now, I'm probably about 50% sure that I'm going to be there. Thank you, RP Tactical guys. Please smash that like button if you new here. Please, thank you, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I have a good day at work, man. I really appreciate the love and support. Yeah, man, that'll be pretty good. You know that I will. I'll definitely do that. Now that we talked about, these are only some of the rounds, some of the bully that I actually have right here. I got a lot more. When I see a sale on some of the rounds, I like to pick them up and, and just have them there, you know what I mean, for practice or whatsoever. Gotta run, have a good stream. I'll chat with you later. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, sir. I cannot wait for you to hop on back on YouTube, man. You need to hurry up and get back on here and start making your videos. That way I'll be able to watch some of your content. Thank you for popping in, man. I really appreciate that, RP Tactical. Let me see what Maddie talking about. I need to have someone look at something for me. I have a 1976 Ithaca Featherlight 12 gauge shotgun. Got but new by my grandfather. It was my dad's, now mine, but it's never been shot. It probably don't need to be looked at, Maddie, but I'm not a gun expert, so don't take my advice. Maybe buy a couple of bird shots and just put some rounds through it and see if it's gonna cycle or not. If not, maybe take it to a gunsmith and have somebody look at it. That would be my advice. Now let's go on to talk a little bit about accessories for your handgun. What type of accessory you actually like to put on your handguns or any of your rifles? Um, I noticed that there's a lot of people out there that put so much crap on your gun is ridiculous. I mean, I think it's just dumb. But some people do like it. I do like to put a tactical light on the Picatinny rail of any of my handguns. I do like that. I actually made a video of some tactical flasher that I actually got from Amazon. Pretty cheap, less than $18. I mean, and those things are 800 lumens compared to some of the Streamlight, which are like 300 bucks, and it only comes to like 500 lumens or something of that nature. Don't get me wrong; those lights are cool and everything, but I just don't like how they be sticking out so freaking far. I think it just, to me, I think it looks crappy. That's just me. I do have a flashlight laser combo as well, Mighty Journal, but those are actually a little more expensive. I only have one. I don't have several. I believe that one that I got, I think that specific one costs about between 40 to 60 bucks, which I've had now for a while. And that thing has like, I believe, 1800 lumens. That thing is super bright, but it's so little. I mean, it's probably about this big, you know, and when you put it on, it's either going to be too far right here or it's going to be here, depending on how much rails, on a Picatinny rail your handgun have. But yeah, I mean, it works pretty good. I'm not disappointed with it. I just don't use it as much. When it comes to red dot, optic ready guns, um, man, I'm pretty excited about a gun that I actually own, which I've never shot or put any round through it, which I think I'm pretty excited about it. Just never shot it. I'm not even going to mention it here yet because I want you guys to go down and check out the unboxing and then my first shots and first impression, which is going to be coming soon. I really appreciate that. Um, Give me 1 second. I got to take a drink. Oh, that's a good smoothie. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the guns again and accessories. I would like for you guys to tell me which one is actually your favorite type, your favorite gun. It's either going to be 22, 32, 380, 9 mil, 40, 45, 10 mil. Which one is your favorite? Thank you, Compact EDC and guys. I really appreciate it. So I'll pop in next, bro. I'm in bed lane. All right, no problem, man. I really appreciate that. No problem. Let me actually check something out real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. See here. All right, I'm back. Oh yeah, let me know which one happens to be your favorite EDC gun that you actually carry the most. Um, Dying to know that. For me, again, it's either gonna be my 380, my 9 mil, or my 45. But right now, my favorite one is my 380. Why? Because I think it's a very, very reliable round. When I put shots on target, when I'm actually doing my videos or just plinking around, the recoil on that 380 is amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, the 9 millimeter is also great. I carry my 9 a lot as well as my personal EDC, but I'm picking up my that 380 a lot more. And my favorite 380 that I carry the most is actually my Smith& Wesson M&P 380 Easy Performance Center. That gun is freaking amazing. That thing is a laser beam. The way I have it, set it in and set up so far. I wish it will actually come optic ready. I think that gun will look even better if it did, but it's not. Maybe in the future, maybe Smith and Wesson will actually come up with one that's actually, um, optic ready. Now, Marty said that his not mil for me, but fixing to pick up a Taurus 22 T. You know what? I've seen that gun, Matty Drone World, that Taurus TX22 long rifle Gen 2, and yes, it is. And I believe it's under $300. I believe that thing is pretty nice. Now my boy Compact EDC and guy just said right now 380 with the Bodyguard 2.0. I've not considered carry my Bodyguard 3.0 yet. I'm sorry, my Bodyguard 2.0 yet. Compact EDC and guy just I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm going to because the way I have it right now, broken into, and I'm running, some different type of self defense ammunition and also 380 is running smoothly. So I found a couple of rounds that will actually work pretty good. You about to go to bed, baby? Yeah. Come here, honey bun. Good night, baby. Mm-hmm. Turn that TV off, okay? Okay, baby. Let me see right here what Marty said. Do not funny did the one that high point heat cannon. You know what? I've never seen that gun yet. It's called High Point Yeet. Wait a minute. Is it just High Point Matty or is it High Point Yeet Cannon? What's the name of it? Maybe I'll go ahead and look it up and see what you're talking about. Let me go ahead and actually look up a video. Just give me 1 second, guys. Bear with me for 1 minute. Now that Glock 43X MOS, that little thing is a firecracker. Let me tell you one thing. That's one gun. That's one beautiful little piece. And I believe you got one Compact EDC and gadgets. And I've been stalking those videos anytime you pop one in on your channel. I mean, I'm on it. I'm looking at it right away. The way you have that thing set up with a beautiful barrel, your optic, the little magwell, all that good stuff. I like that, man. If you can actually pop the link for that magwell on the chat, Compact EDC and gadgets, I really appreciate that, man. And see, yo soy dominicano, 100% Dominican. Go ahead and pop those links in the chat, Compact EDC and gadgets. Yeah, pop that in there for me so I can actually go ahead and find it and buy me some accessories for that gun. Let me see here. So again, that Glock 43X MOS, man, the way people be putting a compensator on it, those optic, when the gun comes with put the 30 barrel on it, people just upgrade that gun and make it look freaking amazing. I've even seen people where they actually have the optic instead of a holosun. They actually have a direct mount of a optic ready. I'm sorry, an optic red dot on that Glock 43, and that thing just looks flawlessly, man. I mean, looks pretty nice. Another gun that I also have my eye on it. Um, I'm not gonna say much because I do have some guns that actually brand new that I haven't even opened yet. So some of these guns, I'm gonna have to go ahead and bring them out, and do a little unboxing and first shot, first impression, all that good stuff. But those are for future videos. Um, don't ask me what gun it is. Again, it's gonna be a surprise. Well, then, Campa EDC and Gadgets, tú eres dominicano también. Hey, man, welcome to the channel, bro. I did not know you were Dominican. Tu acento, your accent sound kind of Hispanic, but I just could not put my finger on it. I thought you were maybe Filipino or something of that nature. Okay, all right. As a matter of fact, Compact EDC and Gadgets, on every of my video, I actually have my email address on there. Email me so we can actually talk on a personal level, man. Send me an email and let me know it's you, and then we can actually talk on a personal level. I really appreciate that. Dominican in the house. Okay. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Hey, brother Bob Casey, how you doing, man? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it, brother Bob Casey Ariel. That's one of my brother from another mother from my drone community. Thank you for popping in, man. I really appreciate you, Bob Casey Ariel. Thank you, man. Make sure that you go ahead and click that thumbs up for me. I really appreciate that. Click that thing for me. Okay, bear with me for 1 second, guys. I'm actually just trying to pull something up here. If you can bear with me. Boom. And I'm going to have to go ahead and put this. There you go. Boom. I got 6 thumbs up on the stream. Thank you for the love and support. I really appreciate that. This is actually officially my first live stream where I actually talk about guns and ammo. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to try to do this more often. Today, I actually try to go out and do some videos and some shooting, but in Florida. Look here, man. The last time it actually snowed in Florida, I believe it was in the early 1980, something of that nature. But today, and I believe it started really early, like around midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It actually snowed in Florida. It did not snow here, where I'm at in Gainesville, but it snowed, I believe, in Tallahassee. It snowed around the Panhandle. I believe it snowed in Jacksonville. There's videos and shit ton of videos out there on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube about snowing in Florida. That's crazy because Florida normally stays pretty damn hot for it to snow. So it was actually so damn cold outside. I said, well, damn, because I've been meaning to go outside and shoot, make me a couple of videos that I actually have in mind. But by the time I go out, man, I came right back in. It was too damn cold. I could not take it. I said, the hell with it. I just went ahead and stayed in there and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and pop on live and talk to you guys a little bit about what I got going on. And it actually happens to be running pretty smooth. Thank you again for the love and support. I'm going to have to actually do this a little more often. Maybe on the weekends or maybe during the week when I have some time. That'd be, amazing. That'd be great. Um, right now it's actually 9:15. I have to be at work in the morning, so I'm actually getting pretty tired. So it's been about 45 minutes that I'm actually talking to you guys. I believe this was actually a great stream tonight. Be on the lookout for many more videos coming through of different ammo, guns, review, comparison, all the good stuff. Um, my other gun that I actually have that I have not shot yet. pretty excited about that. One gun that I have that I need to go ahead and put some more rounds through that little thing is my Beretta 80X Cheetah. That one comes optic ready. I'm gonna have to put an optic on that thing. I got to. I got the plate directly from Beretta. Man, it took about 2 weeks for me to receive that plate in the mail. I don't know why Beretta took so damn long to send that plate to me. But I'm gonna have to get it. I think I want to go ahead and go with a Holosun, tiny Holosun red dot for that gun. I don't want a big bulky one. I think it's gonna make the gun look crappy as hell. I want a nice tiny one for that gun. Get that thing sighted in pretty good because I love that Beretta 80X Cheetah 380 ACP. That thing runs just about every ammo that I put through it. Every ammo that I put through it. Um, Another gun that I need to go ahead and do a comparison on is going to be my Glock 42 380 ACP and that Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 380 ACP. I got to do a comparison through, a review with those two. Um, those guns, both of those guns are amazing to me. I mean, they both run great. Now, the Glock 42 380, that thing is a little snappy. But again, once you do the break in, once you get used to it, I mean, it runs flawlessly. I've had that gun now, I believe, for about a good, I'm going to say about 6 years. Yeah, about a good 6 years I've had that gun. And that thing is beautiful. But that Bodyguard, that Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, still smaller than the damn Glock 42 380 ACP. Slimmer and smaller. I mean, again, I have about small to medium-sized hands. And that thing, the only reason why it stick out is, you know what I mean, the polymer lower sticks at about this much where you insert the magazine. Other than that, I can actually cover it right here. Anyway, guys, it's been about 47 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and call this stream over. Thank you again for popping in. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and go ahead and click the bell notification. That way you stay up to date anytime I go live or drop any new videos. Thank you guys for popping in, and I really appreciate you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys later.